So it looks like the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight has been officially cancelled, or it has been cancelled officially. It was cancelled a few days ago, but yeah, there was rumors that it was going to be cancelled like a week ago, but then it got officially cancelled this week. So it's no longer happening next Friday on the 14th, the same day as my fight, by the way. I had to do a bit of promo there. I'm fighting next Friday. I'm fighting next Friday on the 14th of November. I cannot wait. Against Seppo, it's going to be an amazing fight. I cannot wait for that. 6 rounds, 1 minute. It's going to be an amazing fight. Me versus Seppo. I had to just bring that in because it's literally happening next week on the 14th. It's literally a couple days away. A couple days away. I cannot wait for that, guys. The whole of fight week to be amazing. The whole of fight week. But I cannot wait for that. But anyways, that's not about that. It's about this video. It's about this fight with Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Now, this fight was meant to happen obviously next week, but it's been cancelled. And ever since it's been cancelled, Jake Paul's team and Jake Paul himself have been trying to find a new opponent. Now, who can they fight? There was a few options, Francis Ngannou, but he rejected because he felt disrespected. So that's not going to happen. Nate Diaz accepted, and you know that fight is actually quite likely, but it's not really been talked about. Like, it's not really been like finalized, not really been like talked that much, but it is definitely a possibility that's going to happen, because Jake Paul called him out, and Nate Diaz accepted. Like, he literally accepted on Twitter that he said, yeah, I accept you're dead, or something like that, on his Twitter post. But yeah, but I feel like Jake Paul wouldn't want that because he kind of, I don't know, I don't know, but I just feel like he would. I feel like he doesn't want to go down to that level again, like fighting MMA fighters, because I feel like he wants to fight like the big guys, boxing, and now that's been taken away from him, and now he's pissed off, and now he wants to just fight another guy with a big name in boxing and not an MMA fighter. But yeah, so that's probably the reason why. But yeah, but I think that fight is actually quite likely to happen because, you know, Nate Diaz called him out. Jake Paul offered him, and Nate Diaz accepted. But I don't think Jake Paul would really want it though. I don't know why. I feel like he wouldn't want it. Who else was there? There was Ngannou, there was Nate Diaz, which is probably the most likely out of all of them. Then there was Ryan Garcia, but that fight got turned down because of Ryan Garcia's manager, Oscar De La Hoya, or whatever his name is, said that he was going to fight Mario Barrios, but that fight's apparently been cancelled as well. So it's like, what's going on then? Who is going to fight? Who is Jake Paul going to fight? He's going to fight Ryan Garcia, he's going to fight Edgar Berlanga, Francis Ngannou, Nate Diaz. There's so many options, but it's like he can't figure out which one. Like, there's so many things that he could go for, but like, yeah, it's like he doesn't know. He's kind of in a tricky position right now. Who can he fight? Because he said they were gonna fight at some point this year. Like, they said that they were gonna postpone it and fight in like December or something like that. December this year. So who are they gonna fight on a few weeks' notice? Like, because December is literally like next month. So who are they gonna fight in a month's time? Like, who? Like, in a month's time, which opponent are they gonna get? If as big of a name, who is actually gonna like generate pay-per-views, like not pay-per-views because it's on Netflix, but like, you know what I mean? Like, are they gonna find out? How are they gonna find an opponent who is as big as Tank, as skilled as Tank, but Jake Paul? Like, because if Jake Paul picks like an elite fighter, like an elite boxer, he's kind of fucked because he's only got a month of training for that guy. So at least with Tank, he had like a couple months to train for that fight. But now that fight's been cancelled. So now if he was to go and fight, for example, Ryan Garcia, he's fucked because he's only got a month of training. A month of training is not a lot, especially when you're fighting an elite guy like Ryan Garcia. Like, Ryan Garcia is not a bum, he's not a journeyman, he's not an average boxer. No, he's a world-class fighter. A world-class fighter. He's got a world-class skill. He's levels above Jake Paul, levels above anyone he's ever fought. So if Jake Paul fought him on a month's notice, he's fucked. He's completely fucked if he fought Ryan Garcia on a few weeks' notice. Literally, if he was to fight him like next month, he's fucked because that's only a month of training to train for Ryan Garcia. So you can't just fight an elite fight on a couple of weeks' notice. You probably have to move it to like February or something. But I don't think they want to do that. I think they want to fight this year in December. So if that's the case, he can't be going for elite boxers. He has to fight like maybe like a Nate Diaz or just someone safe, like someone that's not too risky. Like, okay, maybe like I don't know, Francis, like just someone who's not too risky. Like someone who wouldn't absolutely destroy Jake Paul, because the whole reason he fought Tank was to, you know, because he had the size advantage. But like with Ryan Garcia, it's not as big of a size advantage because Ryan Garcia actually walks around close to Jake's weight, not his direct, like not his exact weight, but like he walks around like the 170s, the 180s. Like, he's a pretty tall, big guy. Like, he's not like small anymore. Like, he used to be small, but he's not that small. Like, he's 5'9", he's taller than Tank 4 inches. And he's actually walking around pretty close to Jake's weight. Like I say, like the like 170, 175, 180 on a good day. Like maybe like generally. But yeah, um, so yeah, there's a tricky situation for Jake Paul. Who can he fight? He can't fight Ryan Garcia because that fight's not because apparently Ryan Garcia is fighting someone else. He can't fight Ngannou because Ngannou doesn't want to fight. But yeah, so you can't fight Garcia. You can't fight Ngannou. You can't fight who else? Fuck. Wait, was there someone else? I don't know. I mean, the Tommy Fury fight's still there. The Tommy Fury rematch. Oh my god, man. The Tommy Fury rematch is still there, but I doubt they want to do it because I don't know. I just feel like they don't really care that much about Tommy Fury. Like, I don't think Netflix really cares about putting that fight on their platform because Tommy Fury's not that big of a name. Yes, he's a big name, but he's not that big of a name. Like, it's not like some like Tank who can pull out like who can pull worldwide numbers. Like, Tank is a massive name in boxing. Tommy Fury, he's big, but he's not that big. Like, he's pretty like irrelevant in the real boxing world. Like in the influencer world, the celebrity boxing influencer world, he's big, he's massive. But in the real boxing world, he's not that big. Like he's not that big at all. He's actually quite irrelevant. But yeah, quite irrelevant in the real boxing world. In the influencer celebrity boxing world, because that's what he is really. Let's think about it. Let's be honest. Like he's really on the same level as these guys, these influencers. Because I mean, the guy went life and death with KSI. Like, come on, like what are we talking about? KSI's trash at boxing, and Tommy barely beat him. He went life and death with him. He went life and death. He went 6 rounds, and he arguably lost that fight. He arguably lost to someone who does fucking windmills and literally does star jumping as his technique. Like literally, KSI's terrible, dog shit at boxing, and Tommy barely beat him. So let's be honest, he's a celebrity, he's an influencer boxer. He's on the same level as these influencers. He's on the same level as Jake Paul, KSI. He's on the same level as them. He is. So that's his level. That's really his level, and he's big on that level. Like he's got a big name on that level, just that level. But in real boxing, he's a nobody. In real boxing, he's a nobody. Like no one cares about Tommy Fury in real boxing. Influencer boxing, he's pretty big. He's a big guy. Yeah, definitely. But in real boxing, no. But yeah. That's just facts, guys. That's just facts. He's not a big name. He's irrelevant in the real boxing world, and that's a fact. That's a complete fact. Complete fact. I had to just give you the fact right there. I'm filming in the dark, but yeah, because my ring light's not working. Fuck my ring light. It doesn't fucking work today. It doesn't want to work. So I don't know why I have to use my fucking phone, my flashlight. I like to use the ring light, but I have to use my fucking flashlight. Literally. I could just turn the light on, but I don't like filming the light with lights. I like using my thingy, and yeah, I prefer like the darker, yeah. But yeah, I prefer filming in the dark. Not the like because I usually like put my ring light on, put the filters, but I can't do that because it doesn't want it to stop working. So I have to use my flashlight. So yeah, but yeah. On my phone, but yeah, I had to use my flashlight on my phone. But yeah, this has been a long video. Holy crap! But yeah, so the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight has been cancelled. There's so many options for Jake Paul, but it's like he can't figure out which one because there's so many like problems. Like Ngannou doesn't want to fight. Garcia can't fight apparently because he's fighting someone else. Tommy Fury's being too greedy with the money. There's some other things like who else? I mean, Edgar Berlanga. I've seen that fight being talked about a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't take that if I was Jake because the guy's not even that. The guy's actually pretty big. Like the guy's actually a big guy. Like I think he's around Jake's size. Honestly, I think he's probably like 190 plus. Like he's definitely not nowhere near as small as Tank. Like he's definitely a way bigger guy. Probably, I think he's about the same size. So I would not take that fight because you're gonna get destroyed, Jake. Like come on, this is a world class fight. You're a fucking novice, really. You couldn't even beat Tommy Fury. He's fucking trash. You couldn't even. Went life and death with KSI. KSI's trash at boxing, and he went life and death with him. The real boxer, by the way, real boxer. Yet can barely beat a YouTuber, barely beat a white collar boxer. Like KSI is really white. Like if you think about it, yeah, KSI is really white collar level. Like he fights like a white collar. He fights like a white collar fighter. Like he generally does. He generally fights like a white collar fighter, and Tommy Fury barely beat that guy. He fights like a white collar fighter. So that just shows that he's really just an amateur or white collar fighter. Like he really just is. But yeah, he really just is. So yeah, he's not that good. And Jake Paul lost to him. I know that was years ago, but like still, like you can't be losing to that guy. I think you could compete with these guys who are elite. Edgar Berlanga's not elite, I don't think, but he's still way better than Jake Paul, like levels above him, skill wise and experience. So don't even bother with that fight. I feel like you just stick to fighting guys on your level, like someone like Nate Diaz. It's not ideal. You've already beat him in the past quite convincingly. It's not the best fight. I mean, I would rather you fight like a pro boxer, whether no matter how big their name is. I just would rather you fight someone who's competing in the sport of boxing. But I wouldn't mind it, I guess, because that's I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you took it because it's kind of a short notice fight. You didn't. I know you didn't want to fight Nate Diaz. You wanted to fight Gervonta Davis. You know, I know you didn't want to take that fight, but you kind of you don't really have many options. I mean, Tommy Fury's being too greedy apparently. I think you should just give him the money at this point because if that's the only way we're gonna get that fight, just give him the money. Just give him the 50 million. Don't just put your ego pride aside and just give him the money at this point. But honestly, oh my god, I fucking hate Tommy Fury so much. I fucking hate him so much that I actually would rather. Part of me wants to see him just fight Jake Paul, but the part of me wants me to just like. Part of me wants him to just not have and like. I really do not want Tommy Fury like being a part of this scene. Like I really don't want him like earning all the money. Like he doesn't deserve the money that he's getting. Like he weaseled his way into the scene because he's a professional boxer. He's got the last name Fury, but he sucks. He's terrible, and he's weaseled his way into this scene, this influencer celebrity scene, and he's earning massive like millions. He doesn't deserve it. He hasn't done anything. He never really had a big following. Like he was kind of irrelevant before Jake Paul was calling him out, or when he was calling. I can't remember when the beef started. Was it when I remember there was a video where Tommy Fury called out Jake Paul, and then Jake Paul responded, and it's been back and forth, and then they eventually fought. That's how it started. That's how Tommy Fury was like. That's how I first heard of him. I never heard of him before that. Before Jake Paul, whoever, before they had that little beef, and then they decided to try and get a fight with each other, and then they fought, and obviously, yeah. And I had no idea who he was. I had no idea who Tommy Fury was at that time. So when I first heard of him, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? But yeah, but literally, I really do not like Tommy Fury. Like I fucking hate Tommy Fury so much. Like I fucking hate him so much. I cannot stand him. I cannot stand that he's earning millions. I cannot stand that he's getting an opportunity to be on a main event. He doesn't deserve it. He's a coward. He pulled out of the Darren Till fight because he's a coward. He pulled out of that fight. He's a proper pussy for that. Oh my god, he just does my head in. Like I can't. And he's got so many fucking dick riders. Like, oh my god, I just can't fucking stand him so much. So that's why I low-key do not want Jake Paul to give him the 50 million because he doesn't fucking deserve it. He's a fucking coward. He's a pussy. He gets all these opportunities because of his last name, and people just fucking we just accept him. We just accept him being in the scene. Like why? Like why is he here? Why does he get these opportunities? Why are we giving these opportunities? He doesn't deserve it. He's a coward. He pulled out the Darren Till fight, his first real test. I feel like Darren Till would have knocked him out. Honestly, I think he would have beat his ass, and that's why he pulled out because he wasn't that confident in him winning. I feel like that's the reason why he pulled out because he's a pussy. He likes to beat up on influences. When he's against a real fight like Darren Till, he pulls out. He's a coward. I don't respect people like that. I don't respect people who just pull out because they feel like it. Like they feel like he was gonna kick me. He was gonna kick me. I don't want to be kicked. Oh, it's boxing. It's not MMA. Even though it's just fight talk, and you're definitely not gonna kick me. It's just fight talk. I mean, yeah, like literally. He pulled out because he was scared he was gonna get kicked. Like, bro, it's the fight game, bro. It's the fight game. Like, how can you just pull out of a fight because of that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't pull out of a fight because they said they're gonna kick you. Like, no, you don't do that. He was clearly joking. He was clearly just heat at the moment. A bit of banter, like not banter, but like you know what I mean. Like heat at the moment. Trying to get in each other's heads. And he did. And I don't think he would have kicked him. I don't think so. I really don't. And Tommy Fury really thought he was going to do that, and then he pulled out like a bitch, like a coward. Like, even if he did kick you, that means that means he'd be disqualified. Like, that means that you win anyway. So it's like, you don't really lose if you get kicked, because then he gets disqualified, and you get the win by disqualification. So you don't really lose in that type of situation, really. You don't really lose. So even if he went off the fight, and he kicked you, let's say if he did, then he'd get disqualified and you'd be the winner. So what's the need? What's the need to pull out and just disappoint an entire event? Like literally, it doesn't make any sense. That's why I hate him so much. I hate Tommy Fury. I fucking hate Tommy Fury because he's a pussy. He's a coward, and he gets all these opportunities to fight on these big main events, but he doesn't deserve it. And that's why I don't want Jake Paul to give him the 50 million. Part of me wants to see him fight Jake Paul again, so Jake Paul can knock him out and beat his ass and just shut him up for good. Part of me wants to see that, but also I don't want to see it because I don't want him to get another opportunity to fight on the main card again for the fucking third time now. He fought Jake Paul, he fought KSI, now he's gonna potentially fight Jake Paul, Darren Till again, or Jake Paul again. Literally, doesn't make any sense. This guy doesn't deserve anything. He's a pussy. He's a coward. He's a weasel. He weasels his way into space because of his fucking last name. But yeah. But anyways, rant over. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Make sure you come watch my fight Friday, November 14th. I'm gonna knock this guy the fuck out. Literally. Friday, November 14th, I'm knocking out Seth Foden in 4 rounds. 4 rounds, I'm knocking out Seth Foden. So come watch me next Friday on the 14th of November. November 14th, I'm knocking out Seth Foden. You mark my fucking words, but yeah, literally, the face-to-face will be on Monday. But yeah, the face-to-face will be... The face-to-face will be releasing on Monday, the 10th of November. Yeah, the face-to-face will be releasing on Monday, the 10th of November. But yeah. Bye. Peace out.